What's up, guys? It's the real Corey Tenderson, and we're back on CBR. I know. Oh, you put too much CBR videos on the Corey. But this one's interesting, guys. Star Wars: 5 ways Anakin was right to become Vader, and 5 he shouldn't have. I mean, come on. I think anybody. They're basically just stating facts here. They're stating the obvious. This isn't even a list. And plus, I mean, all right. So technically, Anakin did fulfill his opportunity. He did fulfill the prophecy, because he did technically bring balance to the Force, excluding the sequels. He did bring balance to the Force, because he was, and before he said, well, Luke's the one who got him to throw. Yeah, but without Darth Vader, Luke wouldn't have been able to throw Palpatine off the freaking into that freaking pit. You know what I'm saying? Can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm saying? Just because he told him to, Anakin was still the one to throw Palpatine down that freaking whole thing. Can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm saying? So I still think he's the chosen one. I think almost every other Star Wars fan with a brain should understand that he's the chosen one. It wasn't Luke. They said it in Rebels that Luke was, but it was Anakin. But whatever, to each his own, I guess. We all know that Anakin's story becoming Darth Vader was it was half right and it was half wrong. He was wrong and right. So let's see what they have to say. Right. Killing the Separatists. You should have started off with something that made sense, like the Jedi were kind of, being dicks or something like that. The Jedi was starting to lose their way. But no, killing the Separatists. These people are so simple-minded, they don't actually think about anything. They don't think about, like, the Jedi way. You know what I'm saying? The Jedi may have lost their way, but they didn't kill the Separatists. Whether you think it was right or wrong, that they were right and wrong, and not, like, killing people. They killed the droids, but they're just droids. They weren't people. Whether you think they were right or wrong, it's a fact that the Jedi did not want to kill actual living beings. So, how is killing the Separatists right? Palpatine said that he would bring peace. He was not entirely mistaken. After the assault on the Jedi Temple, Anakin was dispatched to Mustafar, where he would put an end to the Separatists. Yeah, the thing about that, though, is Palpatine was the one behind the Separatists. Remember that? You seem to forget about the fact that he was on both sides. Remember that? He did that whole thing where he was on the Separatists and the Republic. Another thing is, he would bring peace. The Separatists were nothing compared. At this point, it didn't even matter if they stayed alive, because the Separatists had no role. The Empire was here, and they brought even worse. They made everything worse. The Separatists were just like, oh, we want some money. They're like the Trade Federation, with and the Separatists. It wasn't. The point of the story is they were nowhere near as bad as the Empire, so they didn't bring peace at all. That's the whole point. With city's power secured, there would be no reason to sustain a war. A war that he started and orchestrated. The death of the Separatists meant galactic peace for a time. Yeah, couple of seconds. Maybe like a couple days, until the Empire came in. The moment Order 66 happened, galactic peace was gone. So you're absolutely wrong. Wrong, Order 66. Okay, so, I'm sorry, hold on, wait, let's look back on this title. 5 ways Anakin was right to become Vader, and 5 he shouldn't have. What does Order 66 have to do with Anakin? Anakin had nothing to do with Order 66 at all. That was all Palpatine. Sure, he was aware of it, but he didn't, let's be honest, if he had the choice, he probably would have still, but the point is, he didn't really have anything to do. That was all Palpatine. Palpatine probably told him, but Anakin did not give the order. Anakin did not give the order to do Order 66. Anakin might have some legitimate grievances with the Jedi Order. The clothes massacre is beyond the pale of anything he could talk his way out of. Yeah, he couldn't talk his way out of it because he didn't have to defend himself because he didn't do Order 66. Almost everything, including an attempt on his former best friend. Remember, Palpatine basically brainwashed him by saying he could save Padme. He lied to him. So, it wasn't really his best friend as much. You know what I mean? This is kind of dumb. Skywalker's more aware than aware of this. Yeah, he was aware of this, but he didn't do it, even leading a march from the Jedi Temple. Yeah, okay, he was wrong in this, but he was also wrong in killing the Separatists. You're like, oh, it was wrong for him to kill the Jedi. Oh, the Separatists, they were bad guys. They deserved to die. That's so hypocritical. The Jedi Order. Wait, what? So you just contradicted yourself. You said, oh, having the clones kill all the Jedi. That was, the Jedi Order, that was so wrong. One thing Anakin told Obi-Wan during their exchange that he saw through the lies of the Jedi. Yeah, we all know this. That was the main reason he wanted to. That was one of the two main reasons he left the Jedi Order and became a Sith. That and Padme. He thought he could save Padme, which he couldn't. And in many regards, that is true. The Jedi practice hypocrisy often. Yeah, just like CBR. Am I right? See, as though you just contradicted your last argument. In many regards, this is true. Yeah, whatever, I just said that. Example, this could be found with Mace Windu, often the first to criticize Anakin's decisions. Yeah, because he was very skeptical of Anakin, because he kind of felt the disturbance in him. He thought, from the start, he was too old to be trained and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't his choice to have him join, so he kind of has a reason. And he was absolutely correct. Attempted to excuse Sidious, despite knowing fully well it wasn't the Jedi way. Yeah, but he was the Sith Lord behind everything. Okay, you just contradicted yourself again. You just said he was right to kill the Separatists. Right? He was right to kill the Separatists. But Mace Windu was wrong in trying to kill Sidious, who orchestrated everything up after this point. Since the beginning, since before episode 1, he's orchestrated everything. He's the main overarching villain from episode 1, before episode 1, all the way to the sequels, to the Rise of Skywalker. So, what's your excuse there, genius? It is unfair for Anakin, considering who's judged for Dooku's executions. Okay, so you think Mace was wrong for trying to kill Sidious, who is one of the most powerful Sith Lords ever. But you're like, yeah, it's hypocritical because they judged Anakin for killing Dooku. The difference is Dooku was a minion. Dooku was the apprentice of Sidious. Sidious wasn't on a different level. Dooku was scared of Sidious. So what are you talking about? Wrong. Trusting Palpatine. Yeah, no shit, genius. But here's the thing. We're not even going to read this, because we all know the reason he trusted Palpatine. He said he could save Padme. He lied to him. He was in an exposed state right now. He was emotionally unbalanced. So he's actually right in trusting Palpatine. Unfair judgment. Didn't you just go over this? You're just going over the same thing you already went over, like. As PS and wise as the Jedi, they completely mishandled the treatment of Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, but the thing is, they didn't really want to judge her. I think people misconceive this. Although the Jedi were definitely in the wrong here, the problem is they didn't really want to judge Ahsoka. If you rewatch the episodes, Anakin was trying to convince them, and they were like, it's kind of out of their hands. They're acting like, I think they seem to think that the Jedi can just do whatever they want. They can't. They really can't. There's rules. And they had to do this. I don't think they wanted to. This was more an oopsie on behalf of the Republic. And the Republic was, especially, including friggin' Commander Fox, a bastard, and Tarkin and stuff, The Jedi judged her and stuff, but they weren't just like, oh, we gotta get her out of here. She's a killer. They were just like, we gotta do what we gotta do, They didn't want to do this. In addition to being a miscalculation, this was also to preserve their reputation on Coruscant and beyond. I wonder why they would want to preserve their image, seeming as though they are the keepers of peace. The one thing stopping the Sith from controlling the galaxy. Wonder why. And they were already on thin ice at this point. The Republic, people on Coruscant were beginning to distrust them. All across the galaxy, people were distrusting the Jedi. So, they should have just, they should just demolish their identity, Wrong. Killing younglings. Well, they're right there. I'll give them that. I'll give them a pass on that. Right. Jedi priorities. Let's go into this. This is they might be right here, because this is why everyone started judging the Jedi. They started judging the Jedi because of this in the Clone Wars, but I mean, I will give them a pass on this one too. Criminal syndicates, it was more often a result of the cutthroats attacking them rather than the other way around. That's not entirely true. Bulk of the Order's attention was concentrated on winning the war against Separatists. Yeah, the Separatists, who if I recall, who committed several genocidal acts. Who basically who was run by Dooku, who was a Sith Lord, recall. Yeah, that's on them. Oh, it doesn't matter that they went against crime syndicates, bounty hunters. Something they didn't need to do. That wasn't their concern. But the Separatists, run by Dooku and Grievous and stuff. Oh, they didn't need to be a part of that. What the hell, dude? Choking Padme. No fucking shit. See, the whole thing was killing the younglings. I will give you a pass on that, but this is just an obvious. Right. The Jedi aren't strong enough. Now, okay, what? One of the ways Sidious was able to convince Anakin to join him was by saying he had power to save the ones he loved. So, he was wrong for trusting Palpatine, but he was right because he was lied to. You're contradicting yourself all over the place, buddy. In a roundabout way, this is true. The power of the dark side often eclipses that of light. This is seen through how it took two Jedi to defeat Maul and Dooku. Though Sidious is a victory over Yoda and Kylo's win against Rey. Though Jedi have also overcome it, it is very more difficult to weaponize the light side of the Force than its dark counterpart. So you were wrong from the beginning of this one, because you're saying the Jedi aren't strong enough, so he was right to join the Sith. Anyone with a brain knows the Sith are the bad guys. So how is he right for joining them because the Jedi aren't strong enough? Yeah, what do you think this is? Darwin's theory, survival of the fittest? That's not it. Wait, that is his, right? It's survival of the fittest, isn't it? Yeah, that's Darwin's theory. That's not how it works in this case. It doesn't matter if they're not as strong as the Sith. The Sith are bad guys. They're not just supposed to lie down and die. Wrong attitude toward Obi-Wan. I mean, he wasn't really wrong there, since he was being brainwashed by freaking, he was emotionally unbalanced. He wasn't really fit to be a Jedi at this point. But it all did lead to the end, where he fulfilled the prophecy, which I think everyone forgets. However, I don't think he was wrong with the attitude towards Obi-Wan. I'm so sorry. Obi-Wan. So he is right because the Jedi aren't strong enough, so he should have joined the stronger side. But he was wrong because he was being kind of whiny towards Obi-Wan. What the fuck is the matter with these people? Sorry, I can't take this anymore. Whatever, guys. That's the end of this one, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.